pre-show presented by Pioneer Sports. Pioneer Sports will be hosting a youth baseball clinic with Yankees pitcher Clark Schmidt on Thursday night at Lou Anthony Sports Complex in Massapequa, and another one with former Rangers goalie Mike Richter Monday, August 26th at All Sports in Melville. To register for either clinic, go to www.massapequapal.org. Good morning, everyone. I'm Peter Schwartz along with Vinny Tickett. 631-451-1039 is the number to call, and we are joined in studio today by Pioneer Sports co-founder Tom Falcone. Tom, thank you for making the schlep out here to MacArthur Airport.
Thank you for having me. We're excited to be here.
And we're going to talk a lot about the two clinics coming up and a lot of things that Pioneer Sports does here on Long Island and throughout the metropolitan area. I also want to say good morning to Vinny Tickets. Welcome back after a day off.
Yeah, it was a great day yesterday. Played a little bit of golf.
So a couple of days this week with Dr. Summeroff, right?
Yes.
I've got a few coming up next week.
You do?
Yes, I do.
Good for you.
So we're going to see if we can figure that out schedule-wise. It is time for the Sports Bash Flash. It's brought to you by the Embassy Diner in Bethpage, where every customer is considered family. The Embassy Diner, located at 4280 Hempstead Turnpike in Bethpage. Mention Sports Bash and get a free dessert with your meal. What a night for the baseball locals. Yankees crushed the Phillies 14-4 in Philadelphia. See what a few days and a couple of trades can do?
Yeah, it's they're playing some baseball.
Absolutely. Aaron Judge hit 2 home runs, now has 39 on the season. Jazz Chisholm with his first 2 homers as a Yankee. People were concerned about his personality being a problem in the Yankee clubhouse. This doesn't seem to be a problem so far.
No, looks pretty joyous in that dugout now.
Absolutely, and we'll see what the Yankees do before the trading deadline today. At Citi Field, the Mets beat up on the Twins 15-2. Pete Alonso hit his 22nd home run. I don't know who that position player was on the Twins that came in the pitch. I don't know if you saw this, Tom. I don't know if you saw the end of the Met game too, but there was a position player that pitched for the Twins the last couple of innings. Remember Dave LaRoche? Remember the Yankee left-handed pitcher?
Yes.
He had that lob. Well, this was like as high as the Eiffel Tower. The ball was going up in the air and coming back down, and it's impossible to hit a home run. You can't. Yeah. There's no way you can hit for distance when the ball is going that slow and that high up in the air. And don't do clinics, teach kids.
Henry Rowengartner after he gets his elbow back in.
Actually, I think Chisholm's second home run was off a position player as well.
It was, but it wasn't the one in the Met game.
He was throwing 55, the guy.
Right, so
he was throwing gas.
That's like batting practice, right? So at least you can hit the ball. Luis Torrens went 3 for 4 for the Mets with 3 RBI. And we have a couple minutes left on the pre-show, but we did want to start off with Tom Falcone, the co-founder of Pioneer Sports, with a couple of clinics coming up with Yankees pitcher Clark Schmidt on Thursday in Massapequa and former Rangers goalie Mike Richter in Melville. And I've been to a number of these clinics before. You guys do a great job with this. And tell us a little bit about the background in about a minute and a half of how these clinics come together.
Yeah, so Pioneer Sports has been around for about 14 years now, and we were blessed to meet a gentleman that was involved with a lot of athletes, and he introduced us to a few people, and it just kind of took off from there. To offer a clinic with local talent, former, current players, guys that some of these kids are still watching on TV, like Jose Quintana, Clark Schmidt, and for us, us older guys, guys like Mike Richter that we grew up idolizing.
Well, I didn't.
well, yeah, I'll defend myself as well. But,
I know.
But I mean, Stanley Cup champion, the guy who was in the Olympics. I mean, just to have these guys around these kids is just an amazing, lifetime experience with these kids, and myself as well, to be on the same field, playing field and surface as these guys.
And Vinny, that's the great thing. I mean, you've been to a number of these clinics. You see how these kids' eyes light up when a pro athlete comes in, whether it's a former or a current player. They come in and they get to work with them for a couple hours.
Yeah, and keep in mind, you're really creating memories for these kids. These kids will literally, if they're 7, 8, 10 years old, whatever they are, these kids in 20, 30, 40, 50 years, they're going to say, "Oh, I met Mike Richter." And it's an exciting time for them. It really is.
We are going to start the show welcoming our radio audience in just a moment more with Tom Falcone coming up on Sports Bash.
The views and opinions expressed on this program are not necessarily those of this station, JVC Broadcasting Management, or its sponsors.
Welcome to Sports Bash, presented by TicketBash.com. Sports Bash also brought to you by The Embassy Diner in Bethpage. Mention Sports Bash, get a free dessert with your meal. By the Marty Lyons Foundation, the official charity of Sports Bash Media. Visit them at martylyonsfoundation.org. And by Collaborate Studios, a content marketing production facility. For more info, call them at 516-509-8277. Good morning, everyone. I'm Peter Schwartz, joined by Vinny Tickets. Our number is 631-451-1039. Later in the show, we'll have the Sports Bash Media poll question of the day. We'll also have this day in sports history. Good morning again to Vinny Tickets.
Good morning, Peter, and good morning, Tom.
And
Good morning, guys.
we
Good
say
morning.
again, good morning to Pioneer Sports co-founder Tom Falcone, our in-studio guest, who we started talking to on our pre-show for those who are watching on Facebook and YouTube. But we welcome in Tom again. There's a couple of great youth clinics that you guys are putting on. First, this coming Thursday in Massapequa, Yankees pitcher Clark Schmidt, and you've got another one on Monday, August 26th at All Sports in Melville with
right.
former Rangers goalie Mike Richter. And we touched on this a little bit, on the pre-show, but what you guys do at Pioneer Sports, not just these appearances with former and current professional players, but it's also the clinics you guys put on every day of the week. So
Yeah.
many of them across Long Island and the metropolitan area.
Yeah, no, we, like we said earlier in the show, is, we've been doing this 14 years. We love the opportunity to give back to the communities. It doesn't matter where, these programs are taking place. We run, 100 programs a week, Monday through Sunday. We have over 80 non-for-profit partners that we try to help out, to give back to the communities. Pioneer Sports, any program that we run, whether it's with a Nassau County PAL, a PTA, a rec center, any program, we donate part of the proceeds back to that non-for-profit organization. So we do a program with the PAL where they're getting a percentage of the revenue that we're generating, and they're they're putting that right back into the community. They're getting shirts for kids, they're getting new equipment, and I think we do a great job on offering as much as we can. We just started cricket programs.
Wow.
Cricket programs, yeah. We started cricket programs in Hicksville over the summer, right when that World Cup was going on. And listen, we had 30 kids show up, and we had professional cricket players come in and teach these kids the basics of the game. And we have table tennis. We have table tennis programs. Kids that maybe not want to be on the field. They want to be a little bit more isolated in the sense of playing a little bit smaller groups. With today's day and age, and we offer arts and crafts. We try to put product on the field and offer things that every child has the opportunity to sign up for. Not just your good basketball players or your great baseball players. We want every kid. We want every kid to enjoy getting, being involved and being socializing with peers and learning and just being outside, having fun, getting off the iPads, getting off that screen
That
time.
was going to be my point. It's like it's
Yeah.
so important for these kids to have that outlet and somewhere to go. And there are some families that can afford the best of training and
Sure.
the best of camps, and there's some who can't. And that's where your company
Yeah.
comes in to be able to give these kids
Right.
a chance to go do something after school or things like that.
We want the average kid. We're not looking to make the next LeBron James out of our clinics, right? We want these kids to come in, try, when you're 5 years old, 6 years old, you don't know what you want yet in life, right? You don't know what sport you want to play. So, for an affordable price, parents have the opportunity to sign up for basketball, baseball, soccer, flag football, whatever, lacrosse. And again, we try to offer to a program on the field and on the surface that we want these kids to have fun, enjoy themselves, teach them, camaraderie and, get along with the other kids and teamwork and sportsmanship. And that's what it's about. It's about the everyday kid that wants to try a sport and play a sport and get involved in a sport and an organization and almost like a community, right? Showing up every single week with 20 other kids that you may not know in school and developing relationships and again learning to play sports and developing that confidence level.
Yeah, and when it comes to sports, obviously, when you have these, A-list athletes that come down, you're creating a memory,
Absolutely.
right, for
Yeah,
the kid.
absolutely.
But also above and beyond that, there's so many other aspects that go into athletics. When you talk about athletics and you talk about youth sports, you're talking about physical conditioning, you're talking about mental conditioning, you're talking about the ability to get off of that phone,
Yeah.
right? You leave the phone in the locker. They're not out on the field with the phone. And it's kind of a lost art, that art of communication, face-to-face
Absolutely.
communication. And I think so many of those things, is there anything in particular that when you see a kid come into a camp or a clinic, is there anything in particular that your organization is focusing on, that we see this kid come in, maybe he's a shy kid, maybe he's not the best. Is there anything that you pride yourselves on to say, hey, at Pioneer, when we get a kid come in, we want to see him leave with, what would the answer to that be?
Oh, absolutely. So I'll give you a quick example. We were doing it's good friends of your guys, the Sheriff's Department, the Suffolk County Sheriff's Department guys. We ran a hockey clinic for them a couple weeks ago. We did a 6-week clinic down at the I believe it's the Babylon Center down on Sawyer in Babylon, and we had about 30 kids, and we had a few young ladies, and one young lady was very, very shy and very, very timid, didn't want to go out there. And I was there the first couple weeks, and I wasn't there a couple weeks after that. And the progression of her involvement throughout those 6 weeks, the last week we were there, Cozy was her name. She was probably one of the best girls out there competing, running around. We had Sparky from the Islanders come play goalie that day, and she was just taking slap shots.
He's got a good glove hand.
Oh, he's got a great glove hand, and uses his tail as a stick. But the fact is that we had a young girl, 6, 7 years old, very timid, didn't come there with anybody, didn't have a sister, a sibling, a brother, a cousin. She came there by herself, not knowing anybody. Very, very shy, but by week 6, she says, "Mom, Dad, how do I sign up for more?" And that's
great.
what it,
And that's what it's all
that's
about.
the grassroots right there. She didn't know the game of hockey. Now she wants to go on and play more hockey, maybe even more sports. And again, we don't care if it's hockey or not, right? We want that young girl to be playing sports with her friends and outside active.
We're talking to Tom Falcone. He is the co-founder of Pioneer Sports, and they are going to be doing a couple of big youth sports clinics coming up this Thursday in Massapequa at the Lou Anthony Sports Complex, which is attached to the Massapequa PAL. Yankees pitcher Clark Schmidt, who we expect back in the rotation sometime soon. It was the end of May that he got hurt. They said 4 to 6 weeks, so we're in that timetable right now. So maybe this is Clark's last hurrah outside of returning to the Yankees, and talk to the kids and get back to the Bronx and help the Yankees win a World Series. But that's
Don't
coming
let him
up.
pitch during the clinic.
No. Just have them show the kids how. So that's going to be.
We're just going to ice his shoulder the whole time.
That's
right?
it. 6 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. on Thursday. And again, we've been to a couple of these things. My kids and I have seen this. You did one last year with Jeremy Ruckert, which was absolutely awesome. At
Great
that
guy.
same place, at the Lou Anthony Sports Complex. Tell us about what, we have a couple minutes left in the segment, but what can parents expect if their kids come to the clinic on Thursday?
Absolutely. We've been working with Nassau County Police Activity League for like I said, about 14 years. They're a great partner. They really are motivated to help the community, and they're a great sponsor, a good partner of ours, and the parents should expect, and kids should expect to have, like Vinny said, just a memory. We're creating a lifetime memory, once in a lifetime opportunity. Now, if you've been to a couple Pioneer programs, with these athletes, we're creating dozens of lifetime memories because we've been getting more and more of these guys involved, more and more of these athletes understanding the importance of what we do to give back to the communities as well, and coming down, giving us the time. But Thursday, parents should expect a lot of fun. We have a DJ. We have professional coaches. They're going to get shirts. They're going to get New York Yankee shirts. Well, not New York Yankee shirts. Nassau County PAL with Yankee pinstripes.
They'll look like Yankees.
Yeah, we'll get some pinstripes.
The Jeremy Ruckert jerseys were amazing
great, right?
last year.
And Nassau County Police Activity League, they do all that. They go above and beyond for these kids as well to give back to the communities. But it's gonna be a lot of fun, a lot of stations. We're gonna do hitting. We're gonna play some wiffle ball games. We're gonna be Clark is gonna be in the throwing station working on the fundamentals.
Careful,
of mechanics.
Clark.
Yes,
Careful.
he's just gonna be showing. He's just gonna be showing.
By the way,
no demonstration.
Tom and Pioneer Sports very happy to help us out with Free Ticket Tuesday here on the show. We are going to be giving away 2 tickets for Thursday night, the Clark Schmidt Clinic. So if you want to win those 2 tickets, stay tuned. In the next segment, we're going to tell you how you can win 2 tickets to the Pioneer Sports Clark Schmidt Clinic on Thursday night at the Lou Anthony Sports Complex in Massapequa. So still plenty more to come here on the show. For those of you watching on Facebook and YouTube, we'll be back after the word from the Embassy Diner during the break. For those listening on 103.9 FM, LI News Radio, we'll be back with more with Tom Falcone from Pioneer Sports. We'll have Free Ticket Tuesday. We'll check out the Sports Bash Media poll question of the day. Wiz will be by with This Day in Sports History. Lots more to do on a Tuesday morning Sports Bash after blowout wins for the Mets and Yankees last night. Really good feel to both baseball teams last night. So we could talk about that at 631-451-1039. But coming up, more with Tom Falcone from Pioneer Sports. Again, that Clark Schmidt Yankees Youth Clinic coming up on Thursday in Massapequa. We're back with more coming up right after this. Hi, I'm Peter Schwartz.
And I'm Vinny Tickets.
We want to take a moment to talk about our fantastic sponsor, the Embassy Diner.
Embassy Diner has been a beloved staple in the restaurant industry for over 50 years. And the great thing about it is when you walk through the door, you're not a customer, you are family. Every visit promises to be filled with warmth, love, and respect.
And here's an extra treat. If you mention Sports Bash during your visit, you enjoy a free dessert on the Embassy Diner.
Come on down to the Embassy Diner, where great food and great company are always on the menu.
Visit the Embassy Diner located at 4280 Hempstead Turnpike in Bethpage. We're back during our commercial break. Peter Schwartz here on Sports Bash, presented by TicketBash.com. Coming up is going to be This Day in Sports History with WizKid Vinny, and WizKid is actually pounding the pavement for sales here on the show. Tell us about the newest sponsor to Sports Bash.
That's right, Peter. I got my uncle involved, Dr. Anthony Ippolito. He's a longtime chiropractor. As long as I've known him, he deals with physical therapy. He knows other people within the field, and he is more than happy to help me out and help the show out as well.
So he is the latest sponsor. We welcome him to the Sports Bash Media family. We'll have more on our newest sponsor in the upcoming days. We have 30 seconds to go before we welcome back in our radio audience. Are you digging in your heels for Stump the Wiz tomorrow?
Yeah, I'm excited.
You got off the schneid last week because you had a couple of bad, well, no, I'm sorry. You had a couple of good weeks, and then last week you got stumped, barely.
Yes.
So what's it, 6 out of 11 now?
Yeah.
6 out of 11. We're coming back with more Sports Bash. Coming up, Tom Falcone from Pioneer Sports is still with us for segment number 2. Welcome back to Sports Bash, presented by TicketBash.com. 631-451-1039 is the number to call. More coming up with Pioneer Sports co-founder Tom Falcone. I'm Peter Schwartz. Be rejoined shortly by Vinny Tickets. First, we welcome in WizKid Vinny for This Day in Sports History. Wiz?
That's right, Peter. On this day in 1996, the legendary Los Angeles Dodgers manager Tommy Lasorda retired from the team. He had 1,599 wins, just one shy of 1,600, but that's okay. He has 2 World Series he can claim to fame, and of course, a plaque in Cooperstown. Not only that, he was with the Dodgers for an extremely long time, including spending time with the Montreal Royals, their AAA team, where he actually has the most amount of wins in that team's history and is inducted in the Canadian Baseball Hall of Fame as well. A truly wonderful, wonderful career that was ended there, and fortunately he's no longer with us, but his memory will always remain here. And not only just that, not just in California, but here in New York with Baseball Heaven out east.
Absolutely. That was it used to be called Baseball Heaven. Now I think it's the Tommy Lasorda Sports Complex.
Yes, it is called that now.
Yeah, so he was one of a kind, no question about it. Thank you very much, Wiz, for This Day in Sports History, and we look forward to Stump the Wiz on tomorrow's show. Now it's time for the Sports Bash Media poll question of the day. We post a new poll question every weekday on the Sports Bash Media X Twitter page, and let's first check out the results of yesterday's poll question. And the question was, should the Yankees include prospect Spencer Jones in a trade at the trading deadline, which is coming up at 6 o'clock today? I cannot believe the results of this poll. I mean, obviously, Yankee fans are clamoring for a winner. There's no question they want to give up and mortgage the future. I say absolutely not trading away Spencer Jones, but 83% of the voting said the Yankees should trade Spencer Jones in
Yeah.
a trade. I can't believe that.
Looks like you're in the
17% said no.
minority
I am
today.
very much. Tom, I'm shocked by this. Are you a Yankee fan or a Met
am
fan?
Met fan. I'm a
You're a
Met
Met
fan.
fan.
Yeah,
Well,
I'm a
but
Met
you
fan.
know who Spencer
Of
Jones
course,
is,
yes,
right?
yeah, of
So
course.
if you're a Yankee fan, are you trading Spencer Jones today?
I wouldn't. I mean, you got a young guy there. No, I think coming in and listening to the radio. Developmental of their of your team, of your farm teams is essential, I believe, these days. And having a young guy like Spencer Jones around, I don't think it's a good idea.
No, I would agree with that. Now,
Looks like the Yankee fans are a little impatient.
Yeah. Listen, I think you could find a way to pull off some moves today without giving up Jason Dominguez or Spencer Jones. But, we'll see what Brian Cashman comes up with later on today. Now, here's today's poll question. If Sands, New York does go ahead and build that casino resort on the Nassau Coliseum site, should the Coliseum continue to be a part of it? And we have three choices on the poll today. It's either yes, only if it's downsized again, or no. And I go with the only if it's downsized. I think that's the only way it makes sense to keep the Coliseum as part of that project.
Well, when you say downsize, are you saying raise the building and
no,
start
I'm thinking,
over? Or
well, listen, the Coliseum, when it was renovated, went from 16,000 seats down to 13,900. I think if you're going to have an arena as part of this Sands, I think you have to kind of model it after what they've done at Mohegan Sun with the Mohegan Sun Arena. I think it's like 8,000 or 10,000 seats, that building. So I
Yeah.
think you have to take it down a little bit more to make it more amenable to the types of shows that they would attract there.
Yeah, but you know what? I gotta tell you, and I know this is hallowed ground for you, Peter.
Oh, yeah, it is.
So don't take this to heart.
Well, listen, if they knock it down, they knock it down. What are you going to do? The Islanders aren't coming back.
No, they're not coming back. But I will say the building it's antiquated.
Yeah.
All of the the restrooms, the hallways, just everything about it. It's 1960s, 1970s.
Well, I mean, they did spruce it up during the renovation, but again, at that point, the Islanders were leaving. It didn't really matter what they did to it. But yeah, I could see. Look, if they're not going to bring like a minor league hockey team there, if they're not going to bring another like an arena football team or something like that, then there's no sense in keeping it.
No,
Let's
just
knock
put a
it
small
down.
venue in,
A small
5,000-6,000 people.
A small theater.
Knock
Yeah,
it down.
I
You know
could
the
see it.
expression, you put lipstick on a pig. and
Yeah.
That's what I think they did there, right?
No, I've heard that expression before.
Yes.
Pioneer Sports co-founder Tom Falcone is with us. The Clark Schmidt Youth Baseball Clinic is coming up on Thursday night at the Lou Anthony Sports Complex in Massapequa, 6 to 8:30. A great night, learning about baseball, a T-shirt, autographed pictures with the Yankees pitcher. Looking forward to seeing him and seeing him interact with the kids. And if you would like to bring your kids to see this clinic and be part of this clinic, Pioneer Sports has been nice enough to furnish us with 2 tickets to give away to the clinic on Thursday night. All you have to do is be the third phone caller right now at 631-451-1039. 631-451-1039 is the number to call. If you're the third caller, you'll get 2 tickets, and it's for kids in kindergarten through
kindergarten
6th
through
grade.
6th grade. Yep.
Yeah, so kindergarten through 6th grade. So if you have one and a friend, that works out too.
Sounds
So
great.
you win 2 tickets. You told me I asked for 1. You said
Well,
you
I
don't
said
want
I'll give
to
you
you don't want to
2,
get
right.
you don't want to get a sibling upset if they only
Right.
got 1 ticket.
As
right?
a father of 3, if one got 1 and the other one was not allowed, there'd be trouble.
It presents a problem.
So
Like, I go
as a
through-
parent, I want to give that second one away.
Yeah, it's like we go through that. It's great when our family is given like 4 tickets or we get 4 tickets for a game. Everybody can go.
Yeah.
But what happens when dad can only get 2? Like, who do you take? Like,
Right.
it's very hard to, pick one or the other. So
Yep.
this works out well. So thank you very
No,
much for that.
please.
And
We're looking forward to having them.
We'll let you know who the winner is. And then we have Thursday Clark Schmidt, but then another one coming up is Monday, August 26th. And I think you're going to have an SRO crowd for this one at All Sports facility in Melville. Former Rangers goalie Mike Richter is going to be doing a hockey clinic.
Yep.
And, my son Bradley plays hockey at All Sports. They
Yep.
have a great indoor deck hockey. I imagine that's where it's going to be there that night.
Yeah, so we own a deck hockey league over at All Sports in Melville. And, we have about 800 players in the league, adults and kids, youth and adults. And state-of-the-art facility, the guys over at All Sports didn't miss a beat. For the kid shows, they got the smoke shows when the kids run out of the locker room, the laser light shows. They have the Zamboni that cleans the surface.
I have one complaint about the
Oh,
deck hockey
oh, boy.
league. It's a very small complaint.
Okay.
After every goal, they play the Rangers goal song. After they have to stop.
Well, the
with that.
commissioner is a very diehard.
Is that
Yes,
Justin?
Justin's a diehard Ranger fan.
They have to. You have to
Need a
mix
little
it
bit of
up.
the yes, yes, yes.
We need some yes, yes, yes. The foghorn, mix it up. Bring some of the other ones in from the other
All right.
NHL teams.
Noted.
Can we get to Justin and talk about that?
Well,
a little bit?
we will. You know what? Right after this, I'll head over there and we'll change up the soundtrack, the goal soundtrack.
Put it on the docket. So for people that want to know about your clinics,
Yeah.
for people that want to, find out what's going on, we still have half of our summer left. What's the easiest way for people to find
Yeah,
out
of
about
course.
everything you have going on?
Yeah, you can go to our website. It's playpioneersports.com. Just the way it sounds, playpioneersports.com. You can go to Pioneer Sports Long Island on Instagram. All of our programs are up there. Just social media, really. Social media, the website. We post all of our main events that up on the website. So yeah, really just word of mouth. Again, stay on the social media, not the kids, but the parents get on the social media to. I don't want to contradict
I think
myself,
it's more
right?
the other way around
Right.
a lot of times.
No, just take a look at our Instagram. If you follow Nassau County PAL, the PTAs in New York and Long Island, on Long Island.
On Long
Okay,
Island.
on Long Island. All of our stuff is up there. Yeah, and
So
again,
it's
we have so much going on.
PLAY Pioneer
Sports. Yeah.
.com.
.com.
Play Pioneer Sports.
.com.
And you have a list of all the events that you have
Yeah,
coming up
there's
there.
a tab there that says upcoming events. Just go over there, and then again, there's a way you can direct to other programs as well.
Awesome. Looking forward to seeing Clark
Absolutely.
Schmidt on Thursday night. Get a chance to talk to him a little bit, and we'll do a little Sports Bash spotlight on Thursday with Clark Schmidt, and also on August 26th with
Beautiful.
Mike Richter.
Yeah.
Tom Falcone is the co-founder of Pioneer Sports. Again, those two big clinics coming up with Clark Schmidt on Thursday in Massapequa and August 26th with Mike Richter in Melville. Thank you, my friend, for
Thank
stopping
you
by.
guys. Vinny,
Awesome.
Thank you guys.
And,
Pleasure.
and
Thank
you're
you.
going to want, I know you're a big American Idol guy.
Yes.
So tomorrow on the show,
Kevin.
we want to make sure we let everybody know. First of all, we're playing Stump the Wiz, so make sure you DM your questions to the Sports Bash Media X Facebook and Instagram pages. Try and stump the Wiz tomorrow for a great prize. And also, former American Idol contestant and Long Island native Kevin Koveas is going to come by and talk a little sports. Maybe he'll sing for us a little bit, Vinny.
Yeah, as long as you don't, then we'll be
And,
good.
and you too. And you too. Like no singing.
Well, yeah, I'm pretty weak as well, Peter.
I think you'd get Simon would say no to you.
Yes,
I
would
think
say
he would
no.
definitely say no to you, no
Yes,
question about
yes.
it. That'll do it for this edition of Sports Bash, presented by TicketBash.com. Sports Bash is sponsored by the Embassy Diner in Bethpage, the Marty Lyons Foundation, and by Collaborate Studios. For our entire crew, I'm Peter Schwartz. Thank you for watching and listening. Sports Bash returns tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock. Enjoy the rest of your Tuesday, everybody. It's a beautiful day outside. Enjoy it. We'll